A winter storm is pounding parts of California and causing widespread damage. The slow-moving storm is expected to dump heavy rain on Southern California today, and officials there warned of potentially devastating flooding. Evacuations have been ordered for canyons that burned in recent wildfires, now at high risk for debris flows. The system knocked down trees and power lines Sunday in the San Francisco Bay Area, where winds topped 96 kilometers per hour in some areas.
This is a bit of an unusual storm. There is not a very well-defined cold frontal band of rainfall. There is a well-defined cold front, but those are not the same things. And in this case, this is a powerful mid-latitude cyclone that actually has characteristics of one that you might find more often over the middle part of the continent, in the sense that there is less time for a uniform stratiform precipitation band to develop along the cold front, because it's such a new storm developing out of the ether with very strong dynamics. This storm is really more exhibiting more convective precipitation than stratiform precipitation, which is somewhat unusual in this part of the world. But it also means that there isn't necessarily a big contiguous swath of rain and stratiform precipitation, as is more common with California atmospheric river storms. This is a bit different. Is that right now winds are actually out of the east, from east to west in some places, which is a bit of an unusual direction because of where the storm center is, meaning that it's still well offshore. As the storm center approaches, I would expect these winds to become more south-southeasterly, a more traditional storm direction, and that will probably cause winds to increase in some of the valley locations, because a lot of them, the big Central Valley of course, but also a lot of these smaller valleys in the Bay Area are more southwest to northwest aligned. Once the winds move into that alignment, it's probably going to pick up considerably, and as these bands of heavy precipitation and thunderstorms continue to intensify, that will also happen as the low approaches. There are a number of mandatory evacuations in certain canyons susceptible to debris flows, all the way from Santa Barbara County now into Los Angeles County as well. So I'm not up to date on the exact details there, but there are an expanding number of actual evacuation orders in anticipation of this very heavy rainfall event in Southern California. The Weather Prediction Center has now issued 2 consecutive 4 out of 4 high-risk rainfall days for much of Southern California, essentially including the LA metro, the lower elevations in downtown. This is very rare and unusual, and a strong signal of a very high risk of significant flash flooding beginning late today and continuing into Monday and possibly Tuesday in some places in Southern California.